And joining us now is Samy Yecutieli, Venezuelan analyst on security. Thank you so much for joining us. A very serious situation in Venezuela right now. How are authorities handling it, and what is the latest that we know from the ground?
Well, the images, the videos are terrible. You know, I'm from Venezuela, as you said, and all the places we just saw on the video are places where I lived or worked or just enjoy with my family and friends. So we are having very, very difficult times. So far, I spoke with many people. There is no injured, there is no disappear or death from people related to me so far, thanks God. But the infrastructure is destroyed. The buildings fell. Places where I live as a kid, I saw the street in San Bernardino, Caracas, the building fell. The airport is closed. My daughter, a few hours before, left Venezuela. She's arriving to Israel in about 2 hours. So the images are terrible. I'm very, very worried about, you know, the aftershocks that there were already many of them, and also worry about, you know, the capacity of the country as far as hospitals to take care of all the injuries. You know, all the buildings that are you know, they felt strong, and they might fail after that. All the communications is very difficult to talk by cellular, water, electricity. My family, most of them that are in Venezuela right now, that are related to my wife, they are in Hebraica. Hebraica is a social club, the Jewish social club, which they have very good installations, and they slept there last night. They have water, they have electricity, so in that place they are safer.
All right. And so tell me a little bit about the biggest challenges that are facing the people, but also the authorities right now. You mentioned the lack of electricity and water, lack of access to hospital or room in hospitals. People have nowhere to stay, nowhere to live. What are the main challenges right now?
I think that you have here all the challenges. Okay. By the way, you have a very vulnerable country. You know, we are in for decades. We have a social conflict, political conflict, economic conflict, so crisis. So all that will affect, and unfortunately, the Venezuelan people are. This is a terrible news, very, very difficult, and it will require lots of help from outside. I hope the United States, Israel, that has a lot of knowledge, experience in these issues, to be there, and hopefully the Venezuelan government to accept the Israeli help.
How do you think this could have I mean, you said this is a vulnerable country and you work in analysis of security. How do you think that this could have a larger effect on the domestic politics and the reality in Venezuela? This is a massive scale.
I think it will change. It will change because once again, it will show how this government, I don't want to get into politics, but once again, it will demonstrate that the country was not ready for this kind of event. We knew the last earthquake we have was in 1967. I was a small boy. And we always, as in security issues, we talk about how the city is vulnerable, and not many things were done because most of the things were, you know, oriented to ideology, to politics, and that's finally, you know, this tragedy arrived, and you can see the huge damages, and unfortunately, the number of people that died and injured and affected will grow dramatically.
All right, Samy Yecutieli, thank you very much, and I hope you and your family over there that they're safe.
Thanks for the interview, and thanks.